Shucks, ang dilim naman. Wait nga, Summer, asa ka ba? Buksan nga natin yung ilaw. Aray! Summer? Wait, Summer. Mukhang wala na tayo sa Dasma.
Look at the big wide world we're living in. Yeah, I'll keep running until I discover it. I know I've got.
This week, mas malayo-layo than usual ang pupuntahan namin at hindi siya pwedeng isasakyan lang. We're gonna have to ride a plane.
So, nasa grab car kami ngayon. We're not driving. We're on our way to Hilton Manila, Newport, which is near the airport, because by tomorrow, the 28th, Friday, pupunta kami nung teammates ko, a few folks from India, and yung boss ko, who is from the US, punta kami ng Boracay bukas. But there's just a slight delay. Yung boss ko mismo, yung CEO ng company, baka hindi siya makarating tomorrow. Kasi he had fever. So baka habol siya sa 29th. Ayun. So most likely, the next clips you will see, we're already in Boracay.
Oops, hindi mo nabora. So we found that the hotel that we stayed in was actually so good. So we wanted to give you a room tour. And also, doon na rin sa mga kinain namin at pinuntahan naming iba pa, itutour na rin namin kayo. Welcome to Hilton Hotel in Pasay, Manila. Okay, room tour. I have to be honest, this is not the type of room that we would normally get because it's very pricey. It costs around 10,000 pesos or even more per night. Pero makikita mo naman na yung binayad mo ay napunta dun sa magagandang amenities. For example, itong kama nila na napaka-comfy. And if you go to the restroom or CR, comfort room, however you want to call it, you have your own bathtub and even a rain simulating shower. On top of that, the Wi-Fi signal is actually decent because I had to work for one day before we actually go to Boracay. And the view was fine. You can see the streets and the people going around and doing their daily things. Syempre, thank you sa company ni Miguel for sponsoring our stay. Before completely settling in, napag-isipan namin na lumabas muna sa hotel room to look for a place where we can eat. Our first food stop for this trip, Mary Grace.
So we just finished checking in sa Hilton Manila. And now we are here in Mary Grace for lunch. Well, brunch. Medyo kasama ko. Kinakahiya na naman niya ako kasi nag-video ako.
Nako, hindi ka pwedeng kumain sa Mary Grace and not have their cheese roll dipped in their signature hot chocolate. Favorite namin to ever since, and so we had it as starter. Dessert for starters? Bakit naman hindi?
Anong lasa? Wala. Ayun nga, titikman mo. How does it taste? Cheese roll and chocolate. That's how you should do it.
Mukha namang nasarapan talaga si Miguel, di ba? Now, some people will say that the chocolate drink is expensive. It's around 200 pesos, but you have to try it out first. It's worth it. For our mains, Miguel had their vegan breakfast. May kasamang egg and fried rice, of course, and I had their tapa breakfast. We also paired it with carbonara. Yes, carbo loading po tayo. But that's fine kasi hindi naman kami nag-breakfast, so panghabol na lang rin. Mary Grace has always been generous when it comes to their serving size. So for the price point na 300 to 400 pesos per dish, sulit na rin siya and you'll be filled. One feedback that I have is that the tapa was sweet. Mas maganda sana kung siya yung traditional na garlicky and salty. Actually, medyo papunta ng tocino yung lasa niya, but all the other dishes were great. After eating, I immediately went upstairs and back to our room so that I could start working. Pero si Miguel, pumunta siya sa isang coffee shop to meet up with his teammates. You'll get to see more of them later on this video. They're actually super nice.
Okay, madaling araw na. It's almost 2 a.m. May nagutom. Di daw siya gutom. Naghanap daw ng matamis. So, we went to 7-Eleven to buy some stuff. We bought ice cream. Yun.
The next day, after eating our breakfast at Kusina Restaurant, which is already part of the booking that we have with Hilton Hotel, napag-isipan na rin namin na umikot-ikot na rin at tingnan yung iba't ibang amenities ng hotel, like their pool and one of their gardens, which is an edible garden. Medyo nanghihinayang nga kami dahil sa sobrang hectic ng schedule namin at magpupunta na kaming Boracay shortly ay hindi na kami nakapag-try nitong swimming pool na to. Ang ganda-ganda pa naman niya tingnan. Anyway, next time na lang. Now, off to Boracay!
We're here at the airport. We just got through security. Wow, security. Kala mo talaga. Well, domestic travel lang naman. We're going to Boracay. We're on the waiting area after security. Inaantay namin yung mga kasama namin because meron silang check-in luggages. Kami wala. So, antayin lang namin sila here.
For those who have not been to Boracay before, it's just a short flight. It just takes about 45 minutes to get to Katiklan. So kung plano mo magbasa ng paborito mong libro while on flight, hindi mo pa natatapos yung 5 chapters na kababa ka na. Welcome to Katiklan Airport. Just a quick guide para sa mga hindi pa nakakapag-Boracay. Pagbaba mo ng airport, wala ka pa sa Bora. You actually have to ride a trike or a van to get to the jetty port, and then sasakay ka ng ferry, and then after that, another trike or van to get to your hotel. Hindi na namin na-videohan, pero wag kayo magpapabudol sa mga nag-o-offer dun sa mismong airport ng transport from Katiklan to Boracay kasi medyo pricey sila. Some would even charge up to 2,000 pesos per person, pero ang nagastos lang namin papunta is around 300 pesos kasi nga sarili na naming diskarte. Welcome to our resort for the next 3 days, Henan Regency. After makapag-check-in, dumiretso na sa kain sina Miguel at saka yung mga ka-teammate niya at Nonis para matry din nila yung mga Filipino food there. And yes, may trabaho pa rin ako. One last day before I can actually join them have fun. The agenda was simple for this evening. Since unang araw pa lang naman namin sa Boracay, it was just to chill, drink, and have some fun by the pool. And yes, yung nandyan sa loob ng kwarto na yan is me and I was working at this time. Babawi talaga ako. Now on to the next day. For breakfast, dahil alam namin magiging mahaba ang araw na to, we ate at Seabreeze Restaurant. This restaurant is owned by Henan, so part na siya ng aming hotel reservation. Breakfast is included. And this is a buffet breakfast, so you can pretty much eat whatever you want. From the Pinoy Silog breakfast to the American waffles and pancakes, they actually have a lot of different options to satisfy whatever palate you have. After eating, we immediately went to our first activity. Our first activity is parasailing and jet skiing. Hindi pa nga kami nakakapunta sa raft kung nasan yung activity, binigyan na kami ni Kuya ng ride. My flow was about to start.
So we're here sa raft. We're waiting for our friends na nag-jet ski and nag-parasailing. Guess we're too old for that.
Not guess, we are.
Not guess, but yeah, we are too old for that. Kaya nandito na lang kami as mga tito na nag-aantay ng mga pamangkin ng mga alaga.
As mga titong trentahin na merong fear of heights and thalassophobia, binigay na lang namin to sa mga bisita namin. We wanted to make sure that they are able to enjoy the Philippines. So, even though we don't want to do these activities, we still went for it kasi alam namin may enjoy nila. Shout out sa bago naming kaibigang si Vasu na sinamahan kami dito sa loob ng raft habang naghihintay sa ibang makabalik. After the activity, we went to Christina Restaurant and introduced our visitors to the concept of merienda. Kasi normally sila, breakfast, lunch, and dinner lang. We had a bunch of pastries, pero we made sure na meron ding mga kakanin para matikman naman nila yung mga desserts sa Philippines. And after that, we went to our next activity, which is ATV driving inside the Boracay Island. The ATV circuit had multiple stops and this is the first one. This is an overlooking view of the Mega World area where you can see the Bulabog Beach. On to the next stop. Next up, New Coast Beach. And after this stop, we went on to the final place, which is Cujo's Keyhole. I remember in the past, pwede ka pang pumasok dun sa mismong ilalim ng keyhole, but because of the recent earthquake at naglaglag ang mga boulders, pinigilan na nila ang mga taong pumasok sa loob mismo. There are actual guards now in front of the keyhole to make sure na walang lalampas dun sa nilagay nilang designated area for pictorials. I know na nakakahinayang na hindi kami nakapag-picture doon, pero it's for safety, so we want to make sure that we follow them. After taking a ton of photos, and I mean a lot of photos, we went back to where we parked the ATVs so we can go back to our resort. This activity was really fun, and narealize kong totoo pala yung sinasabi ng mga tao na sometimes it takes a new set of eyes for you to actually appreciate what you have already seen in the past. Nakapag-ATV na kami before, but having to experience this with a new set of friends made us enjoy it a lot more. Like we have experienced it for the first time again. When we got back, our friends helped us find an authentic Indian restaurant dito sa Boracay. Gusto rin nila kaming turuan kung ano talaga yung lasa ng Indian food and how to properly eat it. Our next food stop, Royal Indian Cuisine.
For gravies. Okay? So people don't like let's say gravies, starting gravies, they put it in that.
At this point, they were teaching us how to properly eat this chicken biryani and also the mutton stew that you saw earlier. How to eat it with a roti and using your hands. And I felt their passion as they were teaching us how to eat. Ramdam na ramdam mo kung gaano nila kamahal sa kultura nila ang pagkain. And naintindihan ko rin sila kung sa pakiramdam nila ay bland ang lasa ng pagkain natin. It's because they actually have a lot of spices on their food. Nakakain naman na kami sa mga Indian restaurants before, pero ang mga pagkain kasing sinaserve dito was prepared by an Indian chef. So gets naman namin sila kung sasabihin nila na iba talaga yung lasa kasi sa mga spices na ginamit dito sa mga food na to, you can really feel the difference. This is not to say that Indian food is better than Filipino food. Sinigang can always knock out any other dish, pero naiintindihan ko kung paano nilang pinagtatanggol yung pagkain nila. After eating, we went out to the veranda of the restaurant and we all took part in enjoying this hookah. Sa mga hindi nakakaalam kung ano to, this is kind of like vape pero walang nicotine. And in India, sinabi nila sa amin na normal sa isang family gathering na after kumain ng lahat ng tao, sabay-sabay silang maghuhuka. So this is a communal activity meant to bring everyone closer. At sakto ngang habang nandito kami ay bigla na ring may dumang isang banda at nagplay ng mga fiesta songs. The best part of the day for me was when we were done eating, we just went out to the beach and just strolled along the shore. The stories flowed like a great river. At nakakatuwa dahil kahit na magkaibang bansa at kultura ang dalawang grupong nagkwekwentuhan, at the end of the day, the struggles are the same. We all just wanted to live into a better world where everyone's just at peace and everyone's able to do whatever they want to do. Isa sa mga tradisyon namin ni Miguel tuwing napapatpat kami sa Boracay ay pumunta sa Bulabog Beach para panoorin ang sunrise. At dahil malamang ay tulog pa ang mga kasama namin, hindi na namin sila inistorbo at kami na lang ang nanood ng sunrise together. And after a quick breakfast, naganda na nga rin ang buong grupo dahil magiging mahaba na naman ang araw na to. We're planning on island hopping today. For those who have not tried it before, in island hopping, you go to a lot of different locations. Like, you go to the Puka Beach, you go to a snorkeling area, and depende sa mapagkakasunduan ng grupo, you can go to the Island Cove or sa Magic Island to jump off of a cliff. This is a really great activity for people who are experiencing Boracay for the first time kasi mapupuntahan ninyo ang iba't ibang magagandang lugar na talagang pinupuntahan ng mga turista. After the island hopping activity, we made sure na matikman ng mga bisita natin ang mga pinagmamalaki nating dessert dito sa Boracay like Mango Mama. This one has black rice and mango ice cream na merong latik sa ilalim. It's kind of like our play on mango sticky rice but so much better. We also had coffee at the Pig Out Bistro. This is one of the better coffee spots here in Boracay. Sa mga fan ng Cafe del Sol, don't worry, I'm not coming for you. I just like the taste of coffee here better. Hindi na rin nga kami masyado nakakuha pa ng video sa araw na to dahil pagod na ang lahat. But after having the dessert, we went to Saboria to eat and of course we continued telling each other stories. In fact, they were so nice that they invited us to India this coming May for their festivals. Nakakatuwang isipin na even though there's a whole world of difference between us and these set of people, that they are willing to invite us and have fun in their own country. And after that, it's time to buy souvenirs and bid Boracay farewell. We made sure na may enough time yung mga bisita namin to actually roam around the different malls here in Boracay para makahanap ng iuuwi nila.
So Malone, the back. We're on the way to Cataclan from Boracay. We're going home. Perks of staying at the back of the ferry or the boat.
And that is the end of this week's video. To be honest, I was really scared of this weekend. I was afraid that the cultural difference between us and our visitors would make this meeting very awkward. But just like the brand says, people are people. Just approach them. Talk to them about the similarities that you have. Argue about your differences. You'll never know. It might open up a very magical conversation and lead to a really great friendship. And I hope that someday, whoever is watching this video would find a friend, even if they're from across the world. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe and see you again next week.